Hello. In this short video, I will take you through the process of reporting a lunar occultation that involves a double star. It's done slightly differently than just plain total occultations and certainly grazes. Those will have separate videos. So let's start by making sure that our email address is in the program. Go to Maintenance and User Settings and be sure that number 4 is correct. Your email address is correct. That will be used a number of times in the program. Done with that, now we're ready to report the observation. So we go to Lunar Observations, Add, Edit, and Plot. A screen will come up that will contain information if you previously reported events. If it's empty or you need to modify something, go right to the header button. And it's crucial right here that you make sure the email address is correct. This is not a correct email address for me, but that's okay. Make sure that's correct because that's where the information will be sent back once you've submitted it. Now we can go on and submit information about our telescope, our location, and who observed. Location should be to the nearest 5 decimal places if you do degrees and decimal degrees, which will be 1/10 of an arc second if you do degrees, minutes, and seconds. So let me enter a location, and I'm going to round it off. Remember, in the Western Hemisphere, longitudes are negative. So I'm at negative 77 degrees. I'm going to enter the latitude and my elevation. If I were to select the degrees, minutes, and seconds, you can see it's out to 1 decimal place, and that's what we need. So there's that information. The telescope I used was my 10-inch Meade SCT at 158 centimeters focal length. We'll then put that information from the drop-down list. So there's my telescope and location. I can add that as a new site. Under Observer, probably just yourself, so first initial and last name is all you need. So there's that page complete. Site name, telescope, and who observed. Let's go enter events. For this, I'm going to use an old event that I observed some time ago. So let's enter the information here. It occurred in November of 2015 on the 17th. It involves ZC 3051. I'm sorry, 3015. Let's put 3015 in there. And you click Identify the Star to make sure you get the right one. Okay, neither of those is right, so I'm going to say not listed. I know it's 3015. It was a disappearance against a dark limb. I used time insertion for my method with the GPS video time inserter. PE is not relevant. Accuracy of my times was 0.03. Under remarkable circumstances, in my case, I could see the dark limb of the moon. You should look down through the list and see if there's something that's important to report. And for me, that's the most important. It was a good night, clear and stable. Very sure the event occurred. And in this case, I'm going to report the western component, the preceding component. Signal to noise, we'll just put that in there. I knew what it was. And we're going to use a 25% light level because it's a small star. No duration in this case, happened instantly. And now the time of the observation, 22:53. 43.99. So there I have my date, time, event, star name, method of timing, time source, PE value, remarkable circumstances. We're reporting a double star, so make sure that particular listing is correct. I'm reporting the first component, and now I can add that as a new event. It asks me if I want to save it right now. I'm going to wait and save it later. You could save every single time if you wanted to. Now I'm going to report the second component of my double star. It was just a fraction of a second later, as you might expect. Same star, same circumstances, everything's the same, but now it's the following component. So I'll put that in there, and I can add that as a new event. It asks me if the light level should be the same, the 25%, and it is. and now it asks me if I want to save that event. And I'm going to save it this time. And the name that you want to give it is very specific. You want to give the year, the month, the day, underline, last name. That way they can be kept track of by the person receiving them. So, make sure it's the right year. 2015, 11/17 in Timerson. I'm going to save that event. If I wanted to, I could take a look and see how well we did. We can go to Reduce, and here's the two events that I just did. If you right-click on an event, you'll see it being displayed against the profile. Let me bring this profile in here a little bit. And there's the event relative to the limb of the moon. It's going to be off in my case because I didn't have the exactly right coordinates. But you get an idea if you're in the ballpark as to where it should be located. And you can do that for both events. All right. Once you've done that, you can X out of here, and now we're ready to submit the report. This is another place where there's a difference. First of all, I click Submit Report, and it says there's two events, and I say yes. For double stars, you want to send one report to Derek Bright. He receives all lunar occultations that are total, whether they be double stars or regular events, in North America. So if you're in North America, send it to Derek Bright. If you're somewhere else, send it to the person for that particular area. You should also, so you're going to click his name and click OK. Right? On and off it'll go. You should also send a report to Brian Loader. He takes care of double star reporting, and he will report that information as needed. So you want to send out two reports for double stars. One Derek Bright, for the United States anyway, North America, or your local coordinator, and one to Brian Loader. And again, just click OK. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to cancel those because I don't want to send them out. So that's the process. Pretty quick. Make sure the header's right. Change it if needed. Set your site information up 5 decimal places on degrees and decimal degrees. Telescope, observer. Events. If you noticed an event here that happened to be gradual, you could put in here that the event was gradual and put in a duration. Probably not likely, but it's possible, so that can always be done. You always want to pick the item here that's most important. Double stars will have 2 components. Make sure you have 2 entries for each star. And when you're all done, you're ready to submit the report. So that's the process for reporting double star occultations using the Occult program. A reminder again, make sure you send out 2 emails, one to Derek Bright for North America and one to Brian Loader. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your observations and get those reports in.